people there. By the way, you're not always welcome with open arms when you show up to these meetings, but Dan, walk people through exactly what it means to be a precinct committeeman. Why is it so important? Because the left-wing media understands it, and they're in total meltdown. They do not want MAGA to have any real political power. Dan Schultz.
Thanks, Steve. I don't know if you have the graphic ready to go or not, but I sent one number 47 that sort of lays out the difference between just being a registered voter and being a precinct committeeman. And the reason precinct committeemen are so important is that they are the party. If you don't have precinct committeemen, there's no party. Precinct committeemen elect everybody in the party. They're the apparatus of the party. They elect the people who become the state chairman. They elect the electors of the state chairman. They elect the electors of the national committeemen and national committeewomen. Each state, 5 territories in DC, have 3 members on the RNC. And we've got to change the RNC and turn it into a America First RNC. And there's only one way to do that, and that is by invading our party and taking it over. You know, I've got my citizens rule book here. It's kind of worn because I read it a lot. And you know, the preamble to the Constitution says, "We the people," in bold, big letters, that we ordained and established this Constitution. Now we have to enforce it. We have to elect people who really take their oath of office seriously. And we've elected too many Republicans who don't take it seriously, who frankly have never read the Constitution. And instead we're electing people also like AOC. Remember after she got elected, she infamously said, "Now I'm the boss." No, you're an elected representative of the people, and you're supposed to make sure that the Constitution gets followed. So the other thing that precinct committeemen do is they're instrumental in the primary elections. That's the most important election to an incumbent. They have to win 2 elections. First, they have to come back to their district or their state, let's say they're a U.S. senator, and they have to win that primary. A lot of times these primary elections, I know in Mississippi and Texas, sometimes the primary has 9% turnout of Republicans. 11%. If you boost turnout in each precinct, if we conservatives become precinct committeemen and boost turnout of those lower information, lower propensity voters who don't normally vote in the primary, we can defeat incumbents. And I've done that for a candidate here. I did it in 2016. His last name was Schmuck. Okay. With a last name of Schmuck, we still beat the incumbent and was in a landslide because we had a ground game using precinct committeemen and other volunteers to boost turnout. So it can be done. So if you go to my site, precinctstrategy.com, precinctstrategy.com. I've got something there.
And what do people get? We got about 2 minutes. When people go to the site, just walk them through right now what they can do to become a precinct committeeman.
Well, first, what they're going to get is an explanation of why they need to become a precinct committeeman. It's here. It's the strategy. You know, this is a word that people on the right don't use very much. Strategy. This is a strategy. And what you'll find when you get there is an explanation of the strategy. This is 7th grade civics. Okay, I learned all of this in 7th grade. And I have a little book that explains it all that you can buy if you want to. But I've got something for every state, all 50 states. And then I'm also building a communications platform with my friend Robert Beatles, who connected with me because of my appearance on War Room. He watches War Room, saw me, interviewed me, and when he found out that we don't have a communications platform for conservatives, the party won't give us one. They could, but they'll never do it. So we started building our own. So there's a button there as well that you can click on and go and sign up for this. And we vet you coming in. Only conservatives are allowed in. So we're building that. You'll be able to chat with other conservatives in your state, find like bylaws and other documents that are helpful, application forms to become a precinct committeeman, etc. That's there. And there's something, like I said, there for all 50 states at my site. So you can learn the basics, learn the terminology, because it's not called precinct committeeman in every state. It's Precinct Delegate. Washington and Oregon, it's Precinct Committee Officer. Some states, if you're just a member of the party, it's not called Precinct Committeeman. So you got to learn the terminology and then find your local party committee.
Okay.
Some states don't have county committees, and find it and go there and say, I want to volunteer.
This week we're going to have the success stories. There's so many people that have come to us with these great stories of success. They've had to fight once they've got there for success. Dan, thank you very much. And everybody go to precinctstrategy.com right now. Power into this, make the left meltdown even more. We're going to be back at 5 o'clock. Remember,